Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. How may we be of service?
It's a good question. Maybe I should ask you that. So it seems like what comes up the most as far as ETs, seems like there would be a better word for that, that the Pleiadians, Eterians, and Sirians are the ones that are talked about the most. Is that because they're the predominant ones in this universe, or is that because they're ones that are trying to help the planet Earth?
They have a larger and more focused attention on assisting Earth and the Andromedans, Lyrans, feline races. And overarching all those, the celestial archangels of the Christ consciousness. They are continually at work. There are many, many other races that are involved, even within the Galactic Federation and within the cosmos. However, the ones you mentioned and we reiterated are the ones who are most frequently accessed by human consciousness.
So how many different species are there in the Global Federation?
There are over 300 species in the Federation, representing an innumerable number of beings.
Do they all have home planets in this galaxy?
Yes.
Are there any don't like to say ETs. No, okay. Are there any ETs that are outside of this galaxy that play a major role in what goes on in this galaxy?
Yes.
How many of those approximately?
There are three major designer entities that influence this galaxy.
Okay, now you're going to have to explain. When you said designer, you used the word designer. Are they ones who have designed this galaxy, or what did they design? Why are they called designers?
These would be godlike entities rather than races. That have a larger scope and influence than just this galaxy.
So how many are there of these designers? Just the 3 total?
There are 3 that have bearing upon your concept of reality.
So there may be others, and numerous others in other galaxies and other universes, etc., etc.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And there's an infinite number of universes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Universes are bigger than galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
So what ETs or what extraterrestrials are exploring or traveling around in this galaxy from how far away is what's the farthest that somebody who is traveling around in our galaxy?
Please be a little more clear with the question.
Okay. So all right, so there's infinite number of galaxies and universes, I guess. And so I'm wondering how far away is a species or ETs that are roaming around in our galaxy.
Well, there are those who are thousands and even millions of light years away from your location.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So millions.
Mm-hmm.
So why is there any particular reason why somebody from that far away would be in this area? Are they just explorers, or are they looking for something specific, or are there just multiple reasons why?
Well, we think you misunderstand about the breadth of travel within the galaxy. You must understand that most beings are not that different from humans. Imagine a young human child playing in the backyard. It is their tendency to play in the center of the yard or near to the house. It is not their norm to explore the boundaries or even go outside the fences.
Yeah. That's what I was asking. So it's not like Star Trek where they're just going out further and further and further and further than some of the species.
There are some who are explorers.
Is there not a group of people in this galaxy that are just going further and further out, looking, discovering too? What's in other galaxies or what's in other universes?
There are some, yes. There are some from every race that have this propensity for exploration. But again, using the child as a metaphor, most children will not wander too far for their fear of being lost. Lost from their home, lost from their mother. And so many of these exploratory beings have limits about how far they are willing to travel
Yeah,
in exploration.
that's what I was curious about. Was there a Sirius C that was destroyed?
Yes.
Were the beings on that planet able to know it was coming and get away?
No, there was not time for evacuation. But their race had already begun to branch out and seed amongst other planets, and so the beings of Sirius C were not completely lost, though many were lost.
So they didn't have the kind of equipment that could be reading things, reading the different possibilities that could happen so that they would have more of a warning?
They had sufficient warning, but there was no recourse for stopping the hit.
Okay. So they had a warning, but they didn't have enough ships or whatever or time to get everybody off the planet.
Yes, that is correct. And there was not sufficient means to destroy the object
Right.
coming towards them.
How in the world did they choose who got to get away?
There were none who escaped.
Oh.
The members of their race that survived had already been seeded to other planets prior to the event.
It just seems like the more advanced people would have sensors out through the universe or whatever to pick up any kind of harmful things that may be heading their way.
Not all planets are more technologically advanced than yours.
Oh.
And there are some planets who choose to live very natural and grounded experiences without technology.
Yeah. Good for them. So is it true that we on the planet actually sent some astronauts to another planet to live for 10 years?
Yes.
And is it true that there's life on Mars and all the other planets that just in different dimensions are sheltered or blocked in some way for us to be able to see them?
It depends upon the planet.
So some of the planets do have life.
Yes.
And there used to be life on Mars, but there's not anymore?
There's life on Mars.
Underground?
No.
Okay. Somehow or another, we're being blocked from being able to picking that up.
Yes, that is correct.
And one of these days, all those blocking devices and all that stuff, all that's trying to fool us will be gone.
Well, we have no statement about what will happen one of these days.
Oh, that's true. So if we on the planet get to a point of looks like no return, other civilizations, other people, other Pleiadians, Otarians, etc., will not step in at the last minute?
That remains to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
But you must understand that they do not fear death or annihilation of a race,
Yes.
because the soul is eternal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just such a beautiful planet, though.
Well, this is much of the deliberation in the Federation, weighing the consequences, weighing the value of Mother Earth against the value of humanity.
Well, how about Mother Earth being alive? Wouldn't they want to save Mother Earth just because Gaia's alive?
Yes, of course. What we are saying is there is argument about
Right.
the humanity damaging the earth, and should they be allowed to expire or self-destruct in order that that Mother Earth may be preserved, and so on. You see, it is similar to, the debate is similar to a common moral problem presented to humans, such as there are 5 men in a lifeboat, 5 beings in a lifeboat, an old man, a young child, a mother, president, and so on, and the lifeboat will only hold so many. Now, which shall be allowed to be in the lifeboat? It is that sort of a discussion and argument.
Yes.
So there are concerns for the planet, for the flora and fauna, the animals, and then humanity as well. Humanity being the most predatory.
Yes, I could see them letting us human beings destroy ourselves. I could certainly see that, but I would hate for them not to try and save the planet and the other animals, because that's not their fault. Dolphins came from other planets, right?
Yes.
Dolphin and whales.
Yes.
Were there other animals that came from other planets here?
Yes. And many of those are now extinct.
Yeah. Are there planets that don't have water? Is there a life form that can live without water in this galaxy? Or
There are planets without water, but they do not have life.
yeah.
Unless the water sources have been artificially generated for the planet by some species.
And the moon is not really a, it's not really a, it's artificial. It was
Yes, that
made,
is correct.
yeah. But it is necessary for life to continue on the planet the way it is because of like the gravitational pull for different reasons, the ocean and things like that.
Yes, the Earth cycles and life processes would be vastly different if the moon were not present.
I don't think I can think of anything else right now.
Okay, we will say goodbye for this evening.
Okay, I always hate to say that. I always hate that.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, I hate it because you go like you to stay for longer, but
Well, we can stay.